In this section, we're looking to find all real solutions to these equations, and we have a hint that we do not need identities for these. So I'm looking at number 61. So that means we're going to solve for the 1/3 x first, use the trig function, and then isolate the x. So first step is to isolate the trig function. So we want to isolate this, which means I want to divide that whole side by -2 radical 3. And whatever I do on the left, I do on the right. So I get cosine of 1/3 x equals -1. Now to get rid of the cosine and get that 1/3 x by itself, I will take the cosine inverse of both sides. And cosine inverse of -1. I get, on the left, those cosines will cancel, and I am left with just that 1/3 x. And that's how I get that 1/3 x out of the cosine. And on the right, cosine of -1. So think about your unit circle. When is the x value, the cosine value, equal to -1? That's right over here. And at that angle, that has an angle of pi. So on the unit circle, 1/3 x is pi. But I'm looking for all real solutions, which means I'll have pi, and then I'll have 3 pi, and then I'll have 5 pi, and then I'll have 7 pi. Every 2 pi, it repeats. So I'm going to add any multiple, or add or subtract any multiple of 2 pi. So k can be positive, negative, or 0. Okay, but I still haven't got to x. So now to get to x, I need to multiply both sides by 3, or 3 over 1. I have to multiply the whole side by 3. So on the left, I get the 3 and the 1/3 cancel, and I'm left with x. And on the right, I got to distribute that times 3. I got to do times 3 by every piece. So times 3 pi gives me 3 pi. And times 3, 2 pi k times 3 gives me 6 pi k. And that is my final answer.